Hello everyone, good morning. Today the topic is Alzheimer's and how sad it feels when your parent, maybe your mother or father or a grandparent, has Alzheimer's and cannot remember you anymore. So I'm going to do an EFT tapping sequence on that. It's quite a It's been snowing here in Chicago, as you can see. So very interesting kind of day. Same mood in the snowy day as there is in this EFT tapping. So we're going to do some EFT work on this particular issue. And what you do is you would start with, for those of you who are not familiar with the tapping sequence, I'm going to be using what's called the sore spot to say a reminder phrase, a setup phrase 3 times. And this setup phrase is so that we are clarifying for the body what it is that we are going to clear out of the system. And then as we tap on energy meridian points, we are going to be removing the energy associated with that particular problem, so that the intensity of the problem comes down to a 0 by the end of the sequence of tapping. So this is not a problem that I have, but it is a problem that was showing up on Quora, and often I get asked a lot of questions. They're forwarded to me, so I'm just responding to I'm responding to a request to give an answer to this question. I thought it would be better if I did a tapping sequence on video and then shared it in the answer. Okay, so let's start where your torso meets your head at the neck, and we go down 3 inches, 1, 2, 3. We're looking here for the sore spot, okay? So then we go to the left 3 inches, 1, 2, 3, and then around here you find a spot that feels sore. And then once you found your sore, here, just find your sore spot first. But once you find your sore spot, then you massage it, you're rubbing your sore spot, and you say, even though my parent doesn't remember me anymore, I feel so sad. I deeply and completely love and accept this part of myself that feels lost and sad without their recognition. Even though my parent, you can substitute whoever it is, it could be a sibling, a brother, or a sister, whoever has the Alzheimer's in your family, or a friend, even though so-and-so doesn't remember me anymore because of the Alzheimer's, because of the dementia, I deeply and completely accept myself and the part of me that feels this sadness, this lost feeling, this disconnection. Even though my so-and-so does not remember me anymore, fill in the blank, I deeply and completely accept myself and the part of me that feels so sad, so lost, so disconnected. And now we're going to tap on the feeling so sad, feeling so lost. If you need to, you can look for an EFT tutorial on YouTube just to get you going, and then come back to this video so that you familiarize yourself with the points that you need to tap on. Now you can do as many rounds of tapping as are needed in order to clear away the sadness, the feeling of loss, the feeling of grief, whatever it is that you're feeling. The next point is 3 inches under the armpit. I'm wearing a shawl, but you know, you can just kind of measure it yourself. Okay, and that was one round of tapping. We started with the top of the head, the beginning of the eyebrow, side of the eye, under the nose, chin point, which is actually the cleft between the lips and the chin, collarbone, which is literally half an inch under these 2 bumps in your collar. At the end of the collarbone, you go half an inch under, And then the last point is the 3 inches under the armpit. So as you're tapping on these points, you're releasing the energy that is associated with this particular problem. So we're going to tap one more round. Even though I feel this sadness, I feel this grief, I have this feeling of having lost every connection to my mom, to my dad, grandparent, whoever it is, brother, sister, sibling, friend, whoever is the one, I just feel like I'm so disconnected from them. I feel the grief as if they're not there anymore. Even though they're there, they're not there. 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 Under the arm, even though they're there, they're not there. Let's do one more round. All this grief, beginning of the eyebrow, all this sadness, all this sorrow, all this feeling of loss. Under the nose, all this grief. Chin point, all this sadness. Collarbone, this feeling of loss. And under the arm, all this sadness. I feel so lost. I feel so lost. I feel so sad. Under the nose, under the eye, I feel so sad. So very, very, very sad. I feel such a sense of loss. Collarbone, such a sense of loss. Under the arm, such a sense of loss. So it's a good idea before you start the tapping to see what is the level of intensity of the emotion that you're feeling. So let's say it was really high, like an 8 or 9 or 10. Now what you want to do is, at the end of the tapping, check to see again if it has come down to a 0. If it hasn't, then rewind the video maybe and then replay it a few times, tapping until you bring the emotions down to a 0. So for the one that asked this question on Quora, I hope this has been of some help to you, and I hope the tapping does give you some relief. And if this particular sequence was not so, hitting the point of what it is that you're feeling, if you're feeling anxiety, then we have another video on anxiety. If you're feeling anger, then there's another video on anger. Pick the video that seems to match the emotion that you're experiencing, and then you can clear it out. Okay, you might be feeling depression. You might find, I don't think I've done one on depression, but I may do one soon, so come back and check. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. If this was resonating with you, please do like, share, and subscribe. And if you would want to work with me one-on-one, my contact details are in the description box below. Thank you very much. Have yourself a happy 2019.